What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Corvette Weekly. Obviously, we got Steve, Jason, myself. We're all together. We are Vet Syndicate, bringing you the Corvette Weekly news, the Corvette Weekly shenanigans. It usually ends up with shenanigans, especially when Steve's involved. But yeah, we got a lot of the same names over here. Judy's back in the chat today. That's nice. Hi, Judy. Kerry Glock, Omid, Whip, Shane, BPR Z06, Paul, Matt Hurley, of course. Matt Hurley.
Kerry Glock.
I said Kerry Glock, I think. Ever Jeff, Steve Robertson. There's a lot of names. We're not going to go through all of them, but thank you all for tuning in, guys. Obviously, tomorrow is a very, very exciting day for me. I am flying down to Myrtle Beach to pick up the Z06 finally. My wife and I are going to land down there around 4:15, sign some papers, and head home. So
this has been a completely easy, no problem purchase for you as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, I'm wearing my Batman shirt for you tonight. This is official. The Batmobile is coming home tomorrow, so we're gonna wear the Batman shirt.
I'm gonna technically have two Batmobiles parked in the garage.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny. But yes, Elijah, the car of the week is my future Z06. That is it on the sales room floor, waiting for me to pick it up. You can't tell in that picture, but if you zoom in, there is a big sold sign sitting on the dashboard. So it's mine, and it's just waiting for me. It's cold. It told me it's cold, and it can't wait for me to be inside of it. So
that thing's freaking sexy. Oh.
Yeah, it really is. It really is a nice looking car. Thanks, Jet Driver. Thanks, Blue Vet. Bat Vet, yep. Somebody asked me on Facebook, what kind of Lamborghini is that, or something like that. Like, it was a combination of Corvette and Lamborghini. It was funny.
I actually had somebody ask me if my car was a Lamborghini from Taco Bell. When I was at the drive-thru, the girl at the drive-thru was like, man, the lady in front was talking about how nice your car is. It really is nice. Is that a Lambo? I said, no. It's a Corvette.
Whenever I had my 2020 C8, I had on a regular basis, to the point where it was starting to get to the point where I was just going to start saying yes. People were asking me if it was a Ferrari. I was just going to be like, yeah, of course it is. Why do you? It's a new model you haven't seen yet.
Right.
I was getting it so often, and it was weird. Like at gas stations and stuff, people would be like, "Is that the new Ferrari?" And yeah, of course it is.
Sure, man.
What an ugly Z06 LT4 powered says. Yeah, it really is. It's horrid. Shane's in the house. What's up, Shane? He says we got 48 thumbs up currently. Guys, let's make this a thumbs up kind of night. Let's make this just blow up. Let's have like 3,000 by the end of the night. It's possible. It's possible.
So we talked about this earlier, Justin. What is your first mod going to be on this car, and how quick will you get it?
Well, technically, it has changed since you and I talked.
10 minutes ago?
Yeah, because I started putting it together, and I already have it in my book bag for whenever I fly down. It's the Pro Clip. I gotta have the Pro Clip. I gotta have somewhere to put the phone.
Yeah, you need that.
So technically, the Pro Clip's the first mod. The second mod, however, is going to be the carbon fiber exhaust tips from ERay. So if you guys haven't seen those yet, real carbon fiber. They fit right over the current tips. Dr. Corvette's in the house. What's up? What was that? Oh, without a doubt, the way you buy a car nowadays, all of my situation aside, the way that a car purchase happens nowadays is far more stressful than it ever was in the past. It doesn't matter if you're getting the car at the right price or the wrong price or whatever. It's still a ridiculously stressful ordeal when it doesn't have to be. Dad's Garage says he's ordering a Pro Clip tonight for his wife's Tundra. Very nice. She will definitely appreciate that. Pro Clips are just freaking awesome. 71 thumbs up currently. Wow, that was a big jump. That's a big jump, guys. Thank you. Let's keep smashing those thumbs up. We can get to 3,000 if it keeps moving that fast.
Dude, I do need to get one for my truck because I drive constantly. But man,
Larry Anthony's on.
Larry Anthony, how you doing?
Yep. Larry Anthony.
You're joining good company tomorrow.
EV.
Tomorrow you're joining good company. You've got Matt Hurley,
Never mind.
Larry Anthony, General Lee, Larry Anthony. Who else has a Z06? It's crazy.
BPR Z06 has one.
There you go.
Yeah, so, and that was the thing, is I wanted to be able to go to Florida. Of course, this car took forever to ship. If it hadn't, I was going to pick up the car in Myrtle, drive to Florida, get my PPF and everything done, and have 2 or 3 of the guys that I know down there that has Z06s meet me there, and we were all going to take pictures of these Z06s all together.
LT4 powered. I'm glad this is just temporary chat.
Why? What's it say? Oh, yeah.
You need
No,
to read
no,
what
no,
you
no.
say.
Guys, let's leave that out of this, okay? For obvious
That's why I didn't
reasons.
want to say it.
Let's not talk about that. There's going to be a lot to discuss about that in the very near future, so let's leave it for that point. Because
Until you get the car.
well, no, not even just that. There has been a lot of things have changed on that front to the point where I should say this. I really do appreciate how much you guys had my back. I will tell you that much. I had absolutely no idea that this could be quite as powerful of a tool as it is.
And quick.
Yeah,
Very
ridiculously quick. Ridiculously quick. When I made that video, I had no idea that they were even going to see it. And they wouldn't have if it wasn't for you guys. Because they didn't know I had a YouTube channel. But anyway, let's not talk about that. We are going to talk about dealerships tonight, but we're not going to talk about that one. There's a lot of updates to come with that, and I don't want to get too much into it just based on what you guys know, because there is a lot more information out there for it. So, anyway, let's see. BPR Z06 says, oh, to General Lee, have you heard anything about your photo book? Yeah, that's actually a good question. Anybody who has ordered one of those, have you heard anything about it yet? Because now that I am getting the car that I ordered the book for, I'm curious how soon that book comes in. Definitely something interesting that I want to have that book. I think that's a really awesome option. Joe says that he has almost the same spec as me. Target production week is August 7th. Nice. It's coming up. So if it's like mine, depending on the dealership, it seems like the bigger dealerships get their cars shipped faster. But once you order it, if mine hadn't sat for almost a month, I would have had it. It would have been almost exactly 2 months after I ordered it, I would have had it. Maddie's Garage, what's up, Maddie? He says, what's up? Z06 coming, baby. Which one will be at Carlisle?
Possibly 3 of them in a truck.
Probably all 3 of them, to be honest with you, Maddie. I got a C6 Z06, my C7 Z01, and now the C8 Z06, and possibly my TRX if we need the extra room. So,
well, you're probably gonna have to use it to, fit all your stuff. You know? I mean,
yeah, unless I can jam it all into the C6 somehow.
Yeah.
How much is the book, says Keith Richards? It was $700. So it's not super cheap, but it's not just your normal little book either. It's a pretty large book with really high quality pictures of your car from the point of it being nothing but a frame all the way up to the point of total completion sitting there ready for you to pick up.
Larry Anthony said he's been waiting 8 weeks for the book.
8 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing. He hasn't heard anything.
Okay. 8 weeks. What about General Lee? Did he say?
Matt Hurley, we officially have the same Corvette collection.
Yeah, we do. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. Great minds think alike, Matt. I'm telling you what. I knew there was a reason. The second you started commenting in here, there was a reason I liked you.
And now you just need the event door, man.
Yeah.
Too bad we're not coming to Florida.
Now I just need to.
Amber needs a Urus. So
Yeah.
Amber's going to stop at nothing until she has one.
I missed that. What?
He said a Urus.
Oh, I will have a Urus, I promise.
See? I'm just an
Shane-
instigator.
Shane says his target production week on his 70th anniversary is August 14th. Trying to figure out if it will hit National Corvette Museum delivery during Carlisle. Boy, that's going to be tight. I'm thinking that's probably not going to work for Carlisle. Probably won't be there, but it might be right around that same time. It's possible. Got 92 thumbs up currently. Wow, guys, we're almost at 100. That's pretty awesome. Guys, please smash that thumbs up button. Really, really going to need it here soon. We're going to need all the thumbs ups we can possibly get.
You're gonna need gas money to go home.
The C8 Z06 is really, really, really it is really expensive. It is an expensive car. Let's see. Matt Hurley.
Yeah, there ain't no freebies in that car.
He said he needs to get all 6 Corvettes together.
There ain't no YouTuber discount, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, Joe says he spoke with the Corvette Museum today. He ordered the book, and it's 8 weeks from TPW. Is that how far your car's away from TPW, or is that how long it's going to take to get the book? Yeah, you do need to contact the museum pretty quickly. Whenever I was possibly going to have to get the other car that I was telling you guys about, it was already too late. The car is scheduled to be built this week. It was already too late. So you can't wait. If you want that book and your car's on order, it doesn't matter if it's a Z06, an ERay, or a Stingray. They take these pictures for any of them. But you have to be quick. You have to get on them, let them know you want that book immediately, because they have to schedule an actual photographer to come in, and there has to be enough, obviously enough cars and enough space in between. Otherwise, the photographer is going to be set on another car and not have time for yours. So.
Oh my gosh! Somebody said it took 5 months to get the book.
Yeah, I've heard it's a couple months is how long it's going to take to get that book, but I don't know exactly how long. Do you guys think the ERay will sound like the Cadillac race car? I doubt it.
Sound like
the ERay as of right now sounds exactly like the Stingray. I think that's pretty much the way it's going to stay, because it is basically Stingray is the only thing you're going to be able to hear, because the motor inside there is not, the electric motor up front is not going to make any noise really outside of whenever it's in
stealth mode.
Yeah.
You only do 10 bucks.
Stealth mode is.
That's a low amount.
That is a low amount.
10 bucks.
That Corvette guy says that they only do 10 books a week. That does seem pretty low. I mean, they're doing sometimes hundreds of Corvettes per week, and they're only able to do actually 10 of those in a book.
Can you buy the book on just a Stingray?
Yeah. The last I heard, you could buy those on any of them, but Paul Junker says I'm living.
There's probably somebody there saying, "Hey, take photos of a black Z06. Oh, here, charge $800 to this fool."
No. See, here's the thing. This is what's really interesting about this, is that the Monday night lives here, this is why I even know about this picture book as an option, because it might have been General Lee. Someone brought it to my attention initially, and I had no idea what they were talking about. And then I started looking into it, and I said, I didn't even know this was an option. And then Larry Anthony got his car. He got a book and started talking to me about it. And I said, yeah, I got to do that. Like, you're spending this much money on a car, you might as well have some, like, cool, yeah. And speaking of that, actually, have you guys seen the speed shape that's coming for the Z06? Have you seen that yet? Mm-hmm. So you guys know, Protective Dad Pranks here kind of broke the news to the internet of what a speed shape was, because we had no idea that that's what this thing was called.
Nope.
But they're the first ones have finally started to ship for the Z06, and it looks very similar. Of course, the body of the car is wider, and it also sits on a plaque that clearly says Z06 with like really cool mirrored beveled edges and stuff. So it's basically the same thing, only slightly churched up to make that 150 grand really worth. Make it really worth it.
Yeah.
What's Bruno talking about?
Yeah, what is Bruno talking about? What's with the car of the week? Please stop the Photoshop stuff.
That's literally the original photo.
I was gonna say that's my car. That's a picture taken on the sales lot. That is my car. No Photoshop.
Showroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Kerry Glock says, my salesman texted me today and said, when is a good time to come to the dealership and build an ERay? Now I need to decide if I want to wait for a Z06 or go for the ERay.
Z06.
I'll be honest with you. I'm obviously a Z06 guy, but I don't know that you can necessarily go wrong either way. It really depends on what you want. I have always preferred track-oriented cars, but if you plan on driving the car daily, I mean, you can't go wrong with the E-Ray either. I mean, I was just talking to Jason about this earlier. You basically have a car that looks like a Z06, but you can drive it all the time. So
Here's the part. Here's the part between the two. The Z06 or the E-Ray is definitely going to be the future. There's all that's going to be. How long is that Z06 going to be strictly an engine without any EV on it? So go for the Z06 while you can. Now, would I want an E-Ray? Yes, but I still would buy a Z06 if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, and we've talked about this in the past. I firmly believe that the Z06 is going to maintain a cool factor a lot longer than the E-Ray will. 10 years into the future, the E-Ray is not going to be really something people are talking about, but they are still going to be talking about the C8 Z06, especially since it's very likely to be one of the last internal combustion engine only driven cars, Corvettes specifically. So every generation of Corvette, the Z06 has always been held in high regard. The Z06 is almost always the best bang for the buck. The C6 Z06 is an amazing car. The C5 Z06 was awesome. The C7 Z06 introduced a bunch of firsts for the brand, like automatic transmissions and convertible tops and stuff. The Z06 is always the thing. So, yeah. 114 thumbs ups currently, guys. You guys are killing it tonight. Please keep hitting them. That would be awesome if we could really just absolutely crush the thumbs ups tonight.
Less than 20 minutes in.
Like I said, we are going tomorrow afternoon to pick up the Z06. So a lot of this is because of you guys. Obviously, you support the channel in the way you do. It helps be able to get new things for new content. And this car was a real stretch for me. I'll be honest with you. This was right at the absolute limit of what I can afford. So if that ZR1 comes out and is even $10 more than the Z06, I'm probably not going to be able to afford it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now here's the thing, LT4 powered. I hope I'm wrong with this. Trust me, I'm gonna preface this with I hope I'm wrong. I don't think the ZR1 is going to be totally internal combustion engine. I think it's gonna either have the hybrid motor from the E-Ray or something. Somehow it is going to be assisted. The only reason I say that is because it's really hard to crank out horsepower out of an engine above what the Z06 is already doing safely with just throwing a turbo at it or throwing a supercharger on it, especially if they keep that flat plane crank engine. So if that's the case, I'm still not 100% interested. Hybrid is an okay setup in my mind. It's better than full electric, but at the same time, I want that pure NA engine out of the Z06. That thing is just, there's a million reasons why, but the Z06 just really does it for me. All right, so let's see. Flying Cop Car says, currently 5th at my dealership for the ZR1, but once pricing comes out, I'm sure a bunch of people drop off the list. Yeah, odds are good that probably will happen because with the ZR1, with the Z06 being as expensive as it is, I can't imagine that ZR1 starting for anything less than $20,000 more than what the Z06 starts for.
Yep.
Yeah, so Eric Tremblay, I think I touched on this last week. He says, Justin, do you have any ideas behind the C dealer for pricing on the Z06 build configurer? Yeah, so one of the things we're actually going to talk about today is the top 50 dealerships. It's time, Jason. We're going to talk about the top 50 dealerships. Yeah. He had a phone update coming and we had a feeling it was going to mess him up. The top 50 dealerships that are charging the most over MSRP. It's a pretty ridiculous list, but I'm glad somebody's keeping an eye on this because we can talk about this a lot. Now, there's two schools of thought about this, which we'll get into in a second. But my thoughts behind the C dealer for pricing on the Z06 build configurator is you're going to pay over. So there's absolutely no reason for Chevy to even put a number on that website because it's not going to be the number you're going to pay. And that is horrifically sad and a really disgusting thing, especially since GM could easily stop this from happening. But they're not going to, obviously, or they already would have. Everything they've done so far is not to stop the dealers from charging over MSRP. It is to stop you from buying the car and flipping it. So they don't want you to make any money on it, but they're going to make a bunch. So that's my thought on it. I just don't understand. I literally can't see any other reason why it would be happening like that. But let's see what else we got here. Yeah, it does seem. What?
Attack blue filter.
Oh yeah, guys.
We're 30 minutes into this thing. I know where somebody's head is right now.
Yeah, right.
He's really driving
my
down the
head's not
highway.
even here, of course. Yeah.
24.
I'm like,
less than
what's
24 hours? You're going to be in this car going home.
I know, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what's the first song I'm going to listen to?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I told him to cancel tonight and just go down there. He stayed on tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing it. I would have.
Well, you gotta do the Corvette weeklies. You guys, I'm sure a lot of you by now you don't fully understand how important this Corvette weekly thing is to me, to Steve, to Jason, and to most of the community. You guys really have embraced it in a way that this is probably more important than anything. This meeting that we do here. But with that said, we are doing a giveaway tonight, and it's this. This is a brand new Attack Blue air filter for a C8 Corvette. Brand new, still in the bag, never used. Obviously, it's every $10 donated will get you an entry. But of course, we're going to do the same thing where it's every $100 will get you a free T-shirt and 20 entries into the filter.
What we have left. We don't have a whole bunch left.
Big one this week.
Yeah, we got over 200 people watching tonight, guys. Please smash that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. And of course, it helps more Corvette people see this so we can have a bigger community of bigger community gathering of these things every Monday night. Bajali says, does anyone know if C8 Corvette sells MSRP for Z06s? They do, but their list is very long. Omid says, I appreciate you guys. All of you guys, thank you. Thank you. This is tonight. LT4 powered is only for the C8 just because I have it in my hand. This was actually a gift from Stephen Rapp because he sold his C8 before he could put that in. So he sent it to us to give away. Normally, if I work with Ed, the guy who actually makes these filters, he'll give me a C6, C7, or C8. But tonight, it's just the C8. Stupid Fast Truck. He's in for $20, so he's in for 2 entries on the C8 air filter here. There was somebody donated earlier too. I wanted to catch on that. You got him already?
Vulcan Construction. I got him.
Okay. Who was it?
Vulcan Construction. $10.
Okay, if you're still on here, Vulcan, I appreciate the donation. It totally slipped my mind to mention it. We got 139 thumbs ups currently, guys. You guys are killing it tonight. Thank you.
17 more.
Gregory, Jason is updating his phone, and we had a feeling it was going to end up catching him in the middle of this.
Oh.
Larry Anthony says the best song to play as you pull out of the parking lot is the Sammy Hagar, I Can't Drive 55. What did Matt Hurley say? Oh yeah, Matt Hurley said the same thing. How about that? Well, that sounds like a win right there. Gerald Lee says tomorrow night if Justin and Amber stop by, if our track takes us anywhere near your house, I'm definitely going to stop by. So I think you sent me your address already, didn't you? If you didn't, General, just send me a text with your address. I want to see if it's going to work, because if it does, I will definitely stop by. Joe, did you get him for 2?
Yeah, I got him right now.
Thank you, Joe.
Dana's on.
Stupid Fast Truck says Vulcan Construction and Roofing, live long and prosper. Of course.
Oh.
Is he?
Yeah. James. You're right up, down.
Oh yeah, there he is. What's up, Dana? Thanks for tuning in. Guy, 144 thumbs ups. You guys are doing it tonight. I appreciate it.
Dedicated bunch.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, guys, thumbs up really help the channel, really helps push this Corvette Weekly out to as many other people as possible. Plus, you can always take a chance to win. We always have giveaways. Tonight's giveaway is the Attack Blue air filter for a C8 Corvette, brand new. Every $10 is an entry. If you want to kind of secure your place a little bit better, every $100 will get you a free t-shirt, a free key tag, and 20 entries into winning this thing. So we got 145 thumbs up with 205 watching. DeVary's King, that's a good question, actually. I talked to the finance guy today, and he mentioned the same thing to me, asked me if I wanted to do the extended warranty. I'm not 100% sure yet, but he's going to tell me tomorrow what that involves, how it would work for me, and all this good stuff. And if it sounds good, I probably will get it.
Keep telling him no, and then at the very last minute, he'll throw it in really cheap.
Yeah.
Mine did.
I'm like, well, if you can come down to like $5 or $6.
Yeah. They'll be like, for $4 a month, you could. Okay.
Yeah. I would do it for that. 11-second Eclipse says, I just checked in at Sioka. I'm 2871. Wow. Have you come down at all? BPR says, Justin, can you and Amber swing through Texas on your way home? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I got 2 days, guys. That's it.
Yeah, we got 2 days. That's the problem is she had to take her vacation last week, and that was the only time we could have made it work. It is Matt Hurley. It is through Ally. He told me that over the phone. He said kind of the same thing, that everybody else, their warranties don't go through GM or something, and that they're kind of weak. So maybe I should talk to you, Matt. You probably would have a pretty good understanding of these extended warranties. Can you tell me are they worth it? Is it something I should be doing? Shane says, Justin, share your loan and rate information, please. So talk to the guy today. It's Ally Financial is who I got approved through. 72 months, and the loan rate was 6.25, which is unfortunately good for today. That makes my monthly payment is something I don't even want to discuss.
Yeah, make sure
It is the highest monthly payment I have ever had on a car in my life.
It's like the mortgage and 3 cars combined here.
Yeah. No, that one car is more than my mortgage. The Z06 will be more than my mortgage.
It's got you beat 2 times over, actually.
Almost by twice, yeah. Good God. I don't want to talk about that part anymore. I'm excited to get the car, not so much the payment.
Miles for days.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
Matt Hurley said yes. Get the warranty.
Okay. Ally Major Guard is legit. Matt, do you have an idea of how much that usually costs? If it varies a lot, you can easily say that. I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything. LT4 powered, that has always been my understanding as well, is that the extended warranties are almost never worth it. But having Matt Hurley on here, who actually is very much so part of a dealership, it's good to bounce these questions off of him because he can give us kind of the inside scoop. So,
Jason's back on.
oh yeah, yes. Let me get him in here.
Jason's back.
You gotta.
What is? Oh my God!
$100.
I almost don't
wish-
even want to add him back in here now.
What happened?
You got to go full screen. You have
All
to.
right, so we'll go full screen on this, and we'll just say that
Jason,
that
what was
bag
Jason's
that they found
phone?
at the White House, we found out whose it is.
What? Where? Oh my gosh! Hang on. You're good.
Yes. These two are good for jokes.
I wonder how many. I wonder how many subscribers I just lost. It had to have been at least 10.
At least 10 just dropped off for sure.
It's Monday Night Live, man. I thought this was a comedy show. I was just trying to be silly.
God. Oh, that's
What a
hilarious.
These two are too much. Snowing in Texas.
Okay, so
But
back to the topic here.
That as a reel. I'm gonna make that a reels.
That is a good idea.
Reel it in, Justin.
Yeah, reel it in, guys. All right. So Matt Hurley says that he's going to look at it tomorrow. In Florida, they're regulated. Ally is the only one that I'd ever do. It's recognized like OEM when the car comes in for a problem. No issues ever getting the car covered. Okay, Matt. I'll probably be picking your brain a little bit tomorrow while I'm being asked about this, because I'm going to have to obviously know tomorrow, and I'm still kind of on the fence about it. 154 thumbs up currently. Guys, if you could, please smash that thumbs up button. I'd love to hit 200 by the time this night's over. We haven't even talked about the news yet.
Pics of Hunter and Jason are on my laptop.
Joe says that he thinks I gained 50 subs. I'd love to believe that that's the way it works, but I bet you I lost some. It was a powdered sugar donut, honest. I swear to God. It's really not what you think.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
2020 Matrix 8 says he's wondering about the race ramps poster. I do have a question out to the person who makes the posters for us. I do want to get that made. That will happen eventually. Stay tuned.
Oh, and I have new shirts. Finally, for the first time in ever. Like, literally ever.
Yep, let me pull them up here. Tell the world about them, Jason.
So, I decided it was time to finally actually have a shirt. I've had shirts, but they were just mine for me. And so, I found a company that could make them and was going to do a good job, like the ones that Steve works with. It's a different screen printing people, but it's the next level, just like the ones that we have with Vet Syndicate, because man, they are literally the most comfortable shirts ever. So, but I wanted to do red, yellow, kind of like we do with Vet Syndicate. Yeah, red's always a popular color. Yellow, So I didn't want people, if they didn't want to wear something with yellow on it, they could have red.
There you go. I have it up on the screen if you guys are interested. It's on the on my website, horsepowerobsessed.com, and it's under the merch. So
and that is me in the photo. I just had a haircut.
Yeah, it does look just like you.
Yeah.
And blue jeans. I haven't worn blue jeans in like 10 years. I wear shorts. That's it.
I don't think I've ever seen you in pants.
Well, like the winter, like in the winter, but never blue jeans. I have like 27 pairs of blue jeans, and they're all in the closet.
501s, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Old school.
Joe says he'll check out the yellow one. Awesome.
Nice.
Joe G says, man, there's two Joes happening in here. It's confusing. It says, Joe G says, Justin, sounds like you need cash. I will take the ZR1 off your hands.
Mm-hmm.
The ZR1 is definitely why I need cash, I'll be honest with you. But at the same time, I do not ever want to get rid of that car. So, Steven Rapp says, is your car on the line? Usually they even sold all show. Oh, yeah. Steven, it is online. If you search.
You should have clarified the Venmo thing.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, this is the
crap. I'll send him one of my shirts.
Okay.
Attack Blue.
This is the Attack Blue shirt that you can win tonight. What size is that?
It is extra large. Yep. So me and Matt will not be wearing this.
Okay. These comments are coming in too fast. C8 Raleigh driver. My fault I didn't clarify. It has to be through Venmo, but I will still get you a shirt. Send me an email with your shipping address and what size shirt you want, and I'll get you a shirt. And I appreciate the donation, but usually our giveaways are done through Venmo because YouTube takes a really large, significant portion of that super chat.
But I got him in the drawing, so.
Yes.
BPR06 says, Justin, when will you go to Ron Fellows? Would be cool to get a group trip together. I agree. Me and Larry Anthony were talking about possibly doing October, November-ish. So I'm pretty sure as long as that works for Larry too, I'd like to we could all three get out there at the same time. Would be pretty cool. Yellow is perfect for Corvette racing colors. I agree. The ZR1, there's one on Bring a Trailer right now going for like $220 or something, and it's not even a ZTK package car. So the ZR1s still go for a good bit of money. Tommy Maples, yes, I'm getting the Z06 tomorrow. I'm flying down to drive it home.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Elijah says, Justin, invest through this low economy in stocks and real estate. I would love to, other than the fact that my car is going to take every single penny that I have for quite some time. Oh, Mark Cutsey said Ron Fellows is all booked for Z06 until 24. All right, well, let's try to make a real plan on this. So Mark, BPR, Larry Anthony, General, if you haven't set up a date yet, that's 4 of us. C8 Rally Driver, that would be 5 of us. Let's see if we could all schedule a very similar date to go. It would be really cool if we could all go out there at the same time.
Now, keep in mind, though, we have the cruise coming up.
Yeah, that was another thing. Somebody had mentioned earlier.
I'm still working it. I'm waiting for our deal. I'm waiting for our deal to come in, but it's working.
Somebody had mentioned earlier if we were serious about that. We are very serious. So a Vet Syndicate cruise is going to happen. Steve's kind of in charge of that, and he's already doing his due diligence. He's going to get us all a really good deal, and we're all going to get on the same ship. We're going to have a giveaway at some point with this, so stay tuned, guys. We are going to be talking more about the cruise. Keep your schedules light for the next couple years.
It'll probably be January, February, or March. One of those 3 months.
Yeah. Earlier in the year, it seems is the better way to do it. So it'll be the next couple months, and we're going to do at least one giveaway. So one of you guys will get lucky enough to actually win a full cruise. Yeah. So.
And if you pay for it and you win, we're going to pay your cruise back. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Shane, I keep forgetting all these people. Sorry, Shane. Let's make a list. If you guys have a Z06, even if it's on order, if it's coming in within the next couple months, send me an email so we can kind of get on the same page to find out if we can all get to Ron Fellows together. I already know of a couple of them, a couple of you guys that want to go, like Larry Anthony. General, have you put out a date yet? Have you picked a date yet for Ron Fellows? Okay. C8 Rally Driver says that he tried for September, November, and there's nothing. Hot Rod 44 says, how does it feel to have your subscribers help you get the car at MSRP? Like I said earlier, I had absolutely no idea that it was going to go that way. I really didn't. I was making a video just to talk to you guys about what was happening so you knew why the car wasn't on the channel yet. And then, like I said, the dealership didn't even know I had a YouTube channel. So one of you guys or multiple of you let them know that I did. And I guess that's how they saw it. I don't know for sure that they even saw the video, to be honest with you. They never mentioned it.
Your video was up like an hour.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I took it down after I got the phone call. But they didn't say anything to me about the video. So they didn't see the video that I know of. I don't that's all I know about it.
Well, they saw the Google reviews.
Elijah says, no problem. Hope YouTube will pay more as subscribers go up. For the live chats, or what do you mean exactly on that one, Elijah? That's a good idea, Tweety. I'm gonna send him a text actually as soon as we're done here and have him send me a PDF file so I can kind of go over it. That's a good idea.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually a really good idea.
It is a really good idea.
Tweety's a smart man.
Is that your Tweety?
I believe it is.
I always get confused
Not
because there's 2 of
100%.
them.
Yeah, I'm not 100%, but either way, even if it's not, he's still a smart man. So
Yeah.
Steven, have you talked to Josh yet? I gave him your phone number. Have you talked to him yet about getting your car expelled at the new location? And while we're waiting on that answer, we're going to go ahead and start talking about some news because we're only 45 minutes into this thing. But guys, smash the thumbs up button. And if you're interested in donating to win the C8 Corvette air filter, it's brand new, tack blue, reusable, made in America, all the good things. This is the filter of choice. This is the one I use. So if you want to win this, every $10 donated gets you an entry. $100 donated gets you a free t-shirt, free key tag, and 20 entries into this air filter. Okay. Steven's going to call him in the morning. Okay. Which one did you end up going with, General? Did you go with Ally or something else? Anyway, let's talk about why an extended warranty might be important. Just recently, another fellow YouTuber put out a video talking about this issue with a squeaky exhaust. So it's exactly what it sounds like. You go to cold start the car and you hear a squeak before the car starts. And it's because the baffles inside of the exhaust are getting stuck, basically, and they're squeaking to go back to their initial position when the car starts. This is obviously an issue. A couple different cars have had this so far, and the baffles are welded into the exhaust, so the baffles can't be replaced themselves. The entire exhaust would have to be replaced. So this is the kind of thing that you would possibly need a extended warranty on, because if this doesn't happen to you until after, 5-6 years or 60,000 miles, then you got to pay for this. Now, this is something that's really not even going to affect me, because I'm not even going to have this car for probably a month before the exhaust is changed anyway. And I don't need baffles. I don't need no stinking baffles. So I won't have that problem. But if you guys do have that issue, that's something to look at. If you go to remote start your car, you can hear it by standing behind it. You'll hear those things squeak. So that's not exactly the sound I want to hear when remote starting a $150,000 car. Let's see.
Dana wants to know if you're going to have your car expelled by Friday, and I said probably not, with getting back by Wednesday night.
Yeah, probably not, Dana, but I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna try to plead my case, basically. BPR 06 says he did not get an extended warranty on his Z06.
Oh, okay. Call me. I'll show you how to keep it in your garage and you don't have to worry about it.
no doubt.
Oh, God. Yeah, you could just cut the baffles out if it comes down to it. Or I don't think the C8 has a fuse you can pull anymore like the C7s did.
General said he's at 3K and he doesn't have any issues.
3,000. Man, you're really driving that thing, General.
He said he slept in it.
I know,
His wife had to come get him.
I believe it, too.
I
That's
saw
sad.
that. That was fun. Steve's almost at 300.
I'm actually like 1,700.
You're not terribly spit. You're not terribly far from me. I'm at I'm not general, but I'm like 2,200, something like that.
Yeah, Steven, I'll be available. You can give me a call after we're done here.
About 15 minutes after.
Yeah, give me about 15 minutes to wrap up.
That'll be a quick phone call.
Joe G says WD-40 on the baffles. It would not surprise me if they do try to spray something in there before literally replacing the entire exhaust, because odds are very good. All it is water that has sat in there and started to rust or corrode a rod or something that allows that baffle to open and close smoothly. Does AWE have an exhaust yet? They are working on it, and from what I can tell, they are very close. That's a good point too. Why buy the extended warranty if you're modding? I never go crazy with modding as far as like, you know, opening up the engine and putting different cams in and stuff like that. But the mods that I do are typically more cosmetic. The most engine style mods I do are an exhaust and an intake usually. Yeah. So if it's something that's not affected by that, it would be nice to still have that extended warranty.
General.
By the way, I have a new air intake coming. Courtesy Protective Dad Pranks.
The air intake.
Yeah, it should be here in the next hour.
Speaking of, I think I need to get a different one for you, Justin.
Yeah. I still need to talk to them because I have the one sitting in my basement for a Stingray. So I need to talk to them because if they have the one for the Z06, and from what I understand, it was pretty close, I'll just send them that one back.
So the Eventuri carbon fiber air intake is now available for the hardtop convertible. So that's why awesome. They shipped it out. We'll be doing a video to promote it.
Got 181 thumbs ups. This might be the first night in a while we've hit 200, guys.
Yeah. It's been a while. Hey, and I did want to mention too, I've got a couple of videos coming out with Corvette Warehouse. I got an opportunity to meet the owner. His name's Douglas. Actually, we're exactly the same age, so that's kind of cool. But one of the nicest guys I've met, and getting to know him and realizing that he actually cares about the cars, because I have no idea. I had no idea who owned Corvette Warehouse. But I've got 2 videos coming out this week. He's like, man, I want you to come out, take some of my older Corvettes, take them out, drive them, get to see what they're, experience them and see what they're like, because I actually have never driven older Corvettes. The earliest I've driven was the C5 once. I drove your C6, but not enough to really get, much, whatever. So he said, man, take him out, enjoy him. He really wants to partner up with Vet Syndicate, and he wants to help us. And in turn, we're going to help him, because that's what we do, man. We're a win-win. We're not about ourselves. None of the things that we do are just about us. We're about our friends. We're about other people we work with. We want them to succeed. It's never about just one of our names. So we're looking to partner up with them and do a lot of great stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the big thing with Vet Syndicate is that it's not even just about any one of us on the screen.
Nope.
Vet Syndicate is all of us. It's the entire community. It's never about any one of any of us. So that's what this whole thing was about, is to kind of break outside of the typical YouTuber selfishness and make it more about the car and the community than any one of us.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, I think it was Kerry Glock, asked me if I was doing AWE. I am doing an AWE exhaust. That's what I have on my TRX. It's what I have on my ZR1. And it's what I'm going to have on the Z06. I might be able to make it work where they're actually able to install it live at Carlisle. I'm still going to talk to Jesse and see if that's something that we can make work, because if we can, I think that'd be pretty cool for you guys to all literally see it happen, watch it as it's going down.
You had it on the C8 too.
I did have it on the C8 Stingray as well, yeah. Luke Walker says, all YouTubers flip their Z06s. This YouTuber will not be doing that. That car will be sticking around here for quite some time.
That one. No way.
You're like the only one that I know of that I expected would keep it. None of the others I would have expected to keep it.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the sad part, is that all the others, I could have told you the same thing, just because they're not Corvette guys. They're into other things, and Corvette really doesn't mean anything to them, but it's the next hot thing, so they grabbed it. And because of that, it pushed the people who really want the car down on the list. And yeah, I mean, just like my ZR1, I don't want to sell that car. That car's it's too awesome. So I could easily trade that car in on the Z06 and walk away with probably close to 75 grand in my pocket. But I don't want to do that. I want to have the ZR1 because it is an awesome car.
Plus, Amber would kill you.
Exactly. Joe G asked me if I can explain why I went with black. Was any other color in the running?
No.
Well,
gray. We thought gray.
Initially, we were going to go with, why can I not think of the name of that gray?
Shark gray?
Hypersonic gray?
Yeah.
What
What'd
gray
you
you
say,
talking
Jason?
about?
For the C8.
Hypersonic? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
hypersonic.
Yeah, hypersonic.
We did.
Okay.
I was sold on hypersonic gray for about a week until I saw it in person, and only when I saw it at like a night/twilight color of the sky, it brought out a lot of green in the hypersonic gray, and I did not like it. Hypersonic gray looks good, like really good, like 90% of the time.
I love it. It's not going to be a color I would do, but I absolutely love it. Seawolf is awesome.
Seawolf looks good, and Seawolf is one I need to see that in person because I can't trust GM's grays anymore. They always have some sort of weird undertones of blue or green, and I just want a gray. I just want gray. I don't need blue. I don't need green. Just give me gray.
Hey, you can get crap tie.
You know, sadly, that car
color. I hate it.
I thought it was.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit more news here, guys. The reason you probably clicked on this video is the constraints that are already affecting the ERay, and the car's not even out yet. And that is wheels. So over at the Mid-Engine Corvette forum, there are some wheels that are on constraint. And this is really weird to me because the wheels that are on constraint are exposed carbon fiber wheels. And it's the same wheel from the Z06, though. And that's not saying that it's on constraint for the Z06. So this is really strange, but it is a constraint. So before you can even officially order the car, there's already a constraint for this thing. This is the world we live in now, where constraints are just like a normal part of the process. I didn't even know what that word meant until it came to ordering a C8 Corvette. But yeah, if you guys are interested in an ERay, be aware of this. You might not be able to get the carbon fiber wheels right away. Another thing with the 2024 model, the new order guide that's up and everything, there's a couple new options that didn't have pictures until recently. And we got them now from the Mid-Engine Corvette forum again. And in this picture right here, we actually have two different things showing. Number one, we obviously have the new transparent convertible engine cover there. And then on the back side of that, this is on the Z06. On the back side, or actually, that's a Stingray emblem. They must offer the spoiler.
I saw the emblem on some ERay photos.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that doesn't make... Oh, no, that's an ERay. Yeah, the Stingray looks very similar, but it has little cuts in it. Anyway, the spoiler on the back there, you can see the transparent piece of plastic that's covering or filling in the gap between the two winglets. That's a new option. So very much so like the C7 Z07 package that had that transparent part that connected the two winglets in the back of the spoiler. That's now an option on the ERay and the Z06. So pretty cool to see that in person. They were calling it a spoiler extension, and that's what it looks like. So if you guys didn't see that, I understand, because they didn't have a picture of that up until recently.
Spoiler extension.
I can't wait if I ever get an ERay to pull the ERay right off, man. It's going to look so much better and just so much appreciation to just rip that thing right off. Steve did it on the C8 Stingrays, and it was a great call.
They should have just made a different emblem, like make it electric something. I don't know. Just why copy it? It's like,
yeah, I don't know.
Could have literally just made it in a lightning bolt. It would have been so cool.
Yeah, exactly. They should have just made it like all that other stupid electric stuff. Even though I like the car, I'm not knocking the car. You know.
I gotta address this comment because I love this. Stupid Fast Truck says 12K for carbon fiber wheels is a constraint for me. And then I agree, but then Luke Walker he goes to agree with him, and he says, "Well said, stupid." Oh, Lord have mercy. I love it. We got 193 thumbs ups currently. Guys, please smash that thumbs up button. It's awesome if we could hit 200. He says, "Stupid fast truck knew what I meant." LOL. Yeah, I know you didn't mean it that way. It's funny.
You know what just hit me? Would be fun to do is sometime. I don't know how we'd work it, but do it like a
We're
Zoom
7
call
away
of
from
like the first
200.
20 people and have all 20 of us just talking. It'd be hilarious. Like it'd be like a VIP event, but it would be hilarious to have all of us instead of just reading people's comments. Have everybody first 20 in get it.
What?
Have like a group Zoom call where all of us we could actually talk to people instead of chatting sometime.
Well, I wanted to do that with this particular setup, is have someone different come in every week, but it's really hard to find people that add something. You know, like we could absolutely have any one of the random subscribers come in, but I was thinking more like the one week we had Josh in here. He, you know, kind of schooled us on PPF and stuff. But after that, I started really quickly coming to a realization that there's not really much to add. Like,
yeah,
if I could get like Tad's Jupiter in here or something, that would be pretty cool. But for the most part, there's not really a lot of people out there that are specialized in something that we really want to know about.
You know, I think the other thing is
Jason has extracurricular activities.
do what?
Steve wears his Biden shirts.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say.
Are you serious? What the heck?
Well, it's almost like you cut him off or something. Cause
I was gonna say
you could have cut me off.
no. If I could cut you
like,
guys off, trust me, I'd be doing it all the time.
Should we show Onyx's bow tie today?
Jason, you might want to jump out and come back in. We can't hear you, and you're upside down.
This is Wi-Fi hates him.
He's standing on his head.
He's upside down. We'll leave him like that.
We'll leave him like that. The blood's rushing to his
Freak
head.
people out. They're like, "What the heck?"
Oh gosh.
198 thumbs ups. We're so close. You know, Joe, that might not be a bad idea, actually.
You need to show them your bow tie. Should we show Onyx?
Oh, is that your deal? Is that your salesperson or?
Yeah. All right, we're showing the dog. Everybody's got to see the dog.
He has a bow tie on.
No, he has a tie.
Yeah, his tie on. Show him his tie.
Look, it's a tie. He's loving it, as you can tell.
He is.
Okay. Anyway, let's see if we can get Jason back in here. I don't know what's going on. We only have one other thing to talk about here, guys, and it's going to be the what Corvette Blogger is calling the Hall of Shame, which is kind of interesting name here because it is kind of shameful. But this is the top 50, a list of the top 50 dealerships charging over MSRP based on how much over they're charging. So the first one here, Victory Chevrolet, which is in North Carolina, is charging $140,000 over the price. And what they're charging over is actually more than what the car's MSRP is. That's pretty funny. So they're charging $140,000 over. The car's only worth $136,000.
That's crazy.
That's sad, is what that is. Yeah, LT4 Power, the hot topic tonight pretty much is what we're talking about here, dealer markups. This list, there's 50 dealerships in this list. And the first one starts off with 140,000 over. The next one's 120 over, 112. I mean, we are down into, oh Lord, we're down into number 28 before we finally hit anything under a $100,000 markup. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is some of these dealerships are marking up these cars like this with it sitting on the lot, which I don't agree with, but it's a lot more stomachable if it's sitting on the lot versus if you're paying this for an allocation, because your allocation could be months upon months away, and you're still paying $100,000 over. Derek says, can you remind your viewers you will talk about the C8Z buying experience in the very near future? Yes, very near as in tomorrow. I will be making a video tomorrow, probably uploading it Wednesday. I'm going to show you all the buying experience, everything that has gone on, everything that will transpire, all of that stuff. So yes, if you guys really want to know the back end, behind the scenes workings, I'll be putting out a video on Wednesday about it. About picking up the car, all the mods, everything.
Pink Vet Syndicate shirt. I'm just saying, Amber needs to be wearing the Pink Vet Syndicate shirt.
Yeah, Amber should be wearing the Vet Syndicate shirt.
The pink one.
I had it on last time.
There you go.
Yeah, she had it on last time, but
I only have one, Steve. Ship me some more.
Hey, I could. I just want a video of Justin's leaving the parking lot, because his smile has got to be intoxicating. He's like,
yeah. All right, Jason's back.
burnt out.
He's not standing on his head.
Yeah. Oh God. Good Lord.
Is he eating a donut?
All right, so moving on here, guys. This list is obviously pretty long, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but it ends at 51, and that is an over MSRP charge of 80,000. So these are the ridiculous numbers out there. And here's the worst part of all this is a lot of places, a lot of people will look at this list and be like, oh, well, that guy's charging 100 over. I'm going to charge 100 over too. It doesn't even work that way, because most of these places are not actually getting 100,000 over. They're charging that, and then somebody comes in and offers them 20, and they take it. So,
can I tell you though? I hate to say this. The dealership by my house got 100K over on the white 70th that they had just recently. I posted the video of that one because my friend is the salesman, which clearly he doesn't make crap off of it if they sell it for 100 over, but that's irrelevant. But they did get it. I talked to him. He wasn't the salesman on the car last time either, but he did say they did get the 100K over. I'm just like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So LT4 Power just brought this to my attention. I did not see that on there. Riverview Chevy is number 48. Riverview is like 10 minutes from my house, and it is. It's on there with an $80,000 markup price. So somebody asked me in the video that I created talking about the Z06 down in Myrtle Beach, why I didn't buy a Z06 closer to home. Why didn't I buy one in PA? This is why. The dealership that's 10 minutes from my house wants $80,000 over. Just ridiculous. You can't buy. I buy it wherever MSRP exists, and sometimes that's nowhere. That's why it's taken me this long to finally get one.
Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't have a C8 forever. I wasn't paying over, man.
Keith is in the house here. He's the one that actually runs the Corvette blogger. He said, thanks for sharing the list. These are things 100% that need to be shared, Keith. I totally agree. And we actually talked about this months ago on the live videos here, where we were going to compile a list just like this, and then it kind of fell apart. But I'm glad to see somebody is making this list, because this is definitely, I mean, these numbers are ridiculous. They're just ridiculous.
Well,
the top one especially.
Is Keith, you're talking about Corvette blogger, the Corvette blogger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keith, I want to say thank you, because I never got an opportunity. Because you shared my original Corvette video, it went viral, and pretty much all my sponsors are because of that video. So thank you for sharing that, because it went nuts after Corvette blogger put it out there. So,
which is
pretty much
in part how we
anybody.
became friends. My wife showed me the video, and I was like, oh,
how many? It's almost 2 million views.
Pretty much anybody who's looking for Corvette news, Corvette information, Corvette fun, they go to that website. And that was one of the first websites I learned of after getting a Corvette. So the news is all over the place there, and it's really interesting, because it's not necessarily always just fun stuff like this list. This isn't fun, but it is nice to know.
Actually, you know what's great? It's not one-sided. I love it, because it's very neutral. You're going to get everything.
Yep. Yeah, it's not a you got to love Corvette or you are nobody kind of thing. So
Yeah, I love it.
all right, so we are going to do the giveaway of the air filter next. We're going to do that next Monday because we didn't really get enough. I appreciate everybody who did donate tonight. Thank you guys all for the donations. We're going to run this again next Monday and give it away next Monday night. And by then, I should be able to be doing this in front of my new Z06. So stay tuned for that, guys.
Thank you for the 206 thumbs up.
206 thumbs ups, guys. We did it. We hit 200. It's been a little while since we've hit 200. So thank you guys for making it work. Thank you, Keith. When you make articles like that, it's harder for us to ignore them than to just put them in here. So we would definitely be glad to share any of your stuff all the time. I'm constantly talking about Corvette Blogger. Steven Rapp says, first mod on your car, it's going to be a Pro Clip. But yeah, guys, thanks for the 206 thumbs ups. Jason will get some more powdered donuts in the future.
At least you could share with us.
Yeah, really, Jason, you could have shared.
It depends if Hunter stops by later, man. I'll be able to replenish my stock, man.
You can't just leave those powdered donuts hanging around the White House, you know?
I know, man. It doesn't work.
Don't worry, it gets buried in the don't care about it.
D. Henry, yes, something very big coming for the C6 Z06 here very soon. Stay tuned. And yes, Matt Hurley, tomorrow is a big day. Good luck sleeping tonight. Yeah, probably not going to happen.
Sleep tonight.
Probably not going to happen.
No.
But yeah, guys, stay tuned. Next Monday night, we'll give away the air filter. And I guess, yeah, we'll see you the same time, same place next Monday night. Thank you guys again for the donations. You're awesome. And the 200 thumbs ups. We'll see you next week.
Maybe we'll be in the garage next week, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Not in Texas.